Hey, it's August 3rd, 2020. I'm Scott Johnson, and you're watching Frogpants Plays Daily. Yeah, I got a dumb hat on backwards, okay? I'm going full, what was his name? Limp Bizkit guy. I can't remember his name. It's kind of Limp Bizkit-y, isn't it? Not a great look. I wanted to talk about Transformers real quick. We have not had a good Transformers video game in a long time, and the reason I'm thinking about this is because just now, or I should say last week, released on Netflix, is the War for Cybertron Transformers miniseries. So it's Transformers War for Cybertron, and it's a prequel, which is important to note because if you're going to go in there thinking, oh, all those relationships and robots I love of talking to each other are all going to be there, having fun like always. Not necessarily. Some of them don't even know each other yet, and some are just being introduced. So just know that going in. I'm going to give you a quick review here. I think it looks incredible. I think the dialogue is terrible. Okay? It's really badly written. It does say when you start the thing that it's a anime, Netflix original, but there's nothing really anime about it. It's 3D animated. Its initial language is English, so it's not being dubbed or translated, although you can get dubs for other languages, but it's a original English production. It may be made in Japan. I don't know. Maybe that's all it takes. But the things you think of when you hear anime, this is not it, okay? It just isn't. Like I said, the dialogue's really bad. I don't know who wrote this. It's terrible. The actors who are delivering the dialogue are fine. They're all great. Perfectly cast. Peter Cullen's not even Optimus Prime this time, but there's a dude doing it who sounds just like him, and it's very convincing and just fine. It's great. All the other voices seem fine. So they had a great cast and terrible writing. And so what you got is good voices speaking really dumb things. And maybe that's just Transformers from the beginning, but I expected a little more. I can't overstate how much I like the look of this thing. It is a really cool looking thing. It looks great. I like how the robots look. I like how they move. I like how gritty it all is. They definitely nailed that. They don't show enough transformation, so it's a lot of off-screen, and then suddenly he's flying or driving off, and they don't show the actual transformations. It's lazy. You're even working in 3D. You should be able to do some routines that just sort of get reused all the time. It shouldn't be a problem, and shoot them from different angles and stuff. At least in the old 80s cartoon, they took time to have people transform into the cars, trucks, and planes they were made out of, but not in this one. They just go, and then they disappear off-screen. It's annoying. Anyway, that's my quick take on the Transformers. And please make a new great video game. Not since the last, what was that one called? War for Cybertron? Whatever it was called. That was a really good game. More of those, please. First up in the news, Blizzard shows off the new Diablo Immortal gameplay at the China Joy event. This is China's biggest video game convention. Blizzard and NetEase released a trailer for Diablo Immortal, the mobile Diablo game that was announced in 2018. After its controversial announcement, that I should add, the mobile game did not have much of a presence at BlizzCon 2019. In fact, barely at all. I don't think it even got mentioned. Blizzard showed a nearly 3-minute trailer, including new models, UI, abilities, and special appearance from Bale. Bale. That's my Deckard Cain. He's the main villain, by the way, of Diablo 2, if you don't remember. And also a quick introduction to 6 of the character classes from Diablo 3, the Barbarian, Crusader, Demon Hunter, Monk, Necromancer, and Wizard. Blizzard hadn't announced the Witch Doctor for Diablo Immortal, and it's unclear if the class will ever make an appearance there. Look, I said this in 2018. I was at BlizzCon that year. I played the game in the press room a couple of times, and it was impressive for a mobile game. You know, nobody was sure if that was going to be enough, but we were all ready to play it while we were there. It was fine. The backlash was mostly at the expense of not getting news about a proper Diablo game, which we got a year later. But if you take out all the talk and all the mess and all the chaos of that, and there was chaos, man, and it was Blizzard's fault. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away their culpability in this. However, if you just play Diablo Immortal, and again, I only had about probably a total of 30 to 45 minutes total playtime on this thing, you're going to walk away thinking you played a pretty decent little Diablo game. It feels a lot like Diablo 3. Looks like Diablo 3, as you can see from the video I showed. So if you like that, you're probably going to be fine. It's fine. We have zero idea of when this is going to hit the US, but I can guarantee you this. Everybody who's been boo-hooing it and complaining and being grumpy about it since the announcement, you're all going to try it. Don't lie to me. You're not going to avoid it like the plague and do some kind of boycott on day one. You're going to download it. It'll be free to play. And you're going to mess around, and you're either going to like it or you're not, but you're not going to be all like, I'm standing on my principles of never playing this game for who knows what reason. You're going to play it, and that's fine. And you might even hate it, but you're still going to play it. Don't lie to me. Sony's next State of Play airs on August 6th. That's in 3 days, folks. Sony will broadcast a new episode of State of Play on Thursday, August 6th, promising new details on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation VR games, as well as some updates on PlayStation 5 games. The new State of Play will be more than 40 minutes long, says Sony, and will kick off at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's 1 p.m. Pacific time on PlayStation's Twitch and YouTube channels. Don't expect a big blowout on PlayStation 5, though. Sony says the focus is on upcoming PS4 and PlayStation VR games and will include a quick check-in on third-party and indie games from June's PS5 showcase. Sony said on Twitter that there will be no big PS5 announcements during the next State of Play. So I really don't know what to expect from this other than there's a huge install base for PlayStation 4. It makes sense to not have them feel like they're being completely left in the dust by a new console generation. And so I think that makes sense, and that's good. They should speak to that. Hopefully we'll get some hint as to whether PSVR is either in development for PlayStation 5 as a new version or if the current headsets will just move forward. One would assume that they would because there's a lot of backwards compatibility promises, but I don't know if they've ever been real clear about the VR side. What I really want out of Sony, and it may not be this stream, it may be another one, it may be never, I don't know, but I'm very hopeful that at some point we'll get answers regarding whatever their answer is to Microsoft's Game Pass. Game Pass is awesome and formidable and a really incredible deal. I think Sony needs to do more to compete with that on the services level. So more info about services, Sony, please. Finally, Epic Game Store adds mod support, and they're starting with MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. The Epic Store is adding another piece of functionality that it lacked compared to competitors like Steam, and that's mod support. The first title to participate in the beta launch of Epic Games Store mods will be MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. As stated before, an update is available to the game right now, and players will be able to mod the title through the Epic Games Store launcher. I meant to go look at this before, but I haven't had a chance. I'll probably check it out tonight. Adding mods can add massive appeal to a game and help extend their lifespan, so about time they put this in here. Yeah, they need this, I think, and there are a lot of games that you can get on both Steam and Epic, and people would prefer to put their money on Steam because the workshop's already there. If you can give a comparable experience, you can start to see some of those people maybe buying the game over on Epic, especially if they've got a coupon to cash in or there's a good sale running or whatever. So yeah, you need to have this. I'm playing Old World on the Epic Store, and I really, really like that 4X game. It's from some former folks that used to work on the Civ series, and I think it's amazing, and I can see all kinds of opportunities for mod support for that. It's nice to know that that will happen here. My guess is, though, they're not going to go from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds and have an equivalent to Steam Workshop up and running right away. It's just not going to happen. It's going to take some time. They're going to have to curate it. So get used to that, I guess. But at least they're trying, and that's good. By the way, there are already plenty of games on that store. Many of them they've given away for free that would benefit directly from having mod support. So this is a win, even though I think it might be a win in the long run because it'll take a while, you know? You don't just make a sandwich by looking at it. You got to build it. That doesn't make any sense.
Email.
We received an email from a guy named Jarek. That sounds like a character from what does that sound like? Oh, is that the Mass Effect dude? Says this, Scott, wasn't Rogue Legacy supposed to be out by now? What happened to that thing? Well, Jarek, I actually know what happened to it, and you must have missed the news. Cellar Door Games took a moment and put a message up on Twitter to announce their upcoming early access game, Rogue Legacy 2, will be getting delayed for a couple of weeks. So this is a while ago. We're now looking at August 18th. It's supposed to be out in July. It's August 3rd, so you do the math. Cellar Door Games says this. They approached the finish line for developing their game and encountered some minor setbacks. Instead of releasing the early access of the game with these issues, the developer decided to delay the game couple of weeks and plan to release it with more content and more stability and more bang for your buck. It'll still be early access though. So don't worry. I'm stoked about this game. I loved that first game. So many roguelikes have come and gone since that have taken from the template that was Rogue Legacy and built upon it or even just outright copied it. So there's a part of me that's a little worried that I'll play this and go, oh yeah, this was new and amazing when it came out, but now everybody's doing the same thing so it doesn't really stand out. Or they're going to push the envelope again and we're all going to be blown away. Either way, take the time they need. I'd rather they do that. I'd rather it come out in better shape than it would have. And I'd much rather have them not crunching because crunch is bad. So watch for that. The 18th. I'm getting it. You're getting it. We're all getting it. And now of little consequence. I was playing more Ghost Recon Breakpoint. And I find some of the interactions with characters in the game really weird, uncomfortable, and strange. So here's a creepy one with somebody I was getting information from right in the middle of a firefight. Enjoy.
Hello there.
These assholes ran away.
You able to shed some light on this information?
That's all I know, honest.
I appreciate it. Goodbye.
It's going to do it for me. Thank you all for watching. FrogPantsPlays.com is the website. You can contact me directly via email, scott@frogpants.com, or leave a comment below. I pull those in a lot, as you can tell from previous episodes. If you have any thoughts, feelings, complaints, comments, whatever, I'm here for you. That'll do it for me. We'll see you tomorrow on Frog Pants Plays Daily. Bye.